Hello and good afternoon everyone. Today we are going to discuss a very important endodontic topic, that is indirect pulp capping. It is important clinically as well as theoretically. It is most frequently asked as a 4-mark question in examination. I'll tell you a very easy way of learning it and writing it in a flowchart form so that you can fetch more marks in exam. To start with any answer, we have to start with a definition. So we have to write a definition for indirect pulp capping. Indirect pulp capping is defined as a procedure wherein the deepest layer of the remaining affected dentine is covered with a layer of biocompatible material in order to prevent pulpal exposure and further trauma to pulp. Here it is the enamel, it is dentine, and it is pulp. Now the deep carious lesions which extends into the dentine and remaining dentin thickness is less than or equal to 0.5 millimeters, then indirect pulp capping is indicated. Whenever a patient with a deep carious lesion comes to your clinic, its management I'll show you here, explaining it in a simple way. Management of deep carious lesion is first administration of the local anesthesia and rubber dam application in the desired tooth. Then removal of caries. Removal of caries is done through a round burr and a spoon excavator. Now after the removal of the caries, if there is no pulp exposure, then it leads to the indirect pulp capping. If there is any pulp exposure, then you have to go for direct pulp capping. To proceed with indirect pulp capping, after removal of the infected dentine, we have to follow calcium hydroxide technique. In calcium hydroxide technique, the remaining affected dentine is covered with the calcium hydroxide layer, as the uses of calcium hydroxide is very popular for accelerating the preparation of reparative dentine, and this base is covered with the temporary restoration of zinc oxide eugenol. It comes under the first appointment. After the temporary restoration, recall the patient after 3 to 8 weeks, where the complete formation of the reparative dentine is completed. And in the second appointment, if the patient is asymptomatic, we will proceed with the removal of temporary restorative material we placed in the previously first appointment. Check for the change in color of dentine. Then place hard set calcium hydroxide followed by resin modified glass ionomer cement as a base, and now you can place permanent restoration. It could be composite or amalgam. I hope you followed the topic and it is easy to learn. If you like my video, then please subscribe and share it. Let's meet new day with a new topic. Thank you. Bye bye.